I am tired, guys, but I said I was going to do this, and I definitely want to. So, the big purpose for this, and I'm gonna wait till we get a few more people in here. I'm gonna see if Scott shows up. I gave him a link. I'm trying to figure out, but we did a GoFundMe for Jeff over at Tough Knives, Jeff. So Scott Sierra Bound Sierra Bound. That's what it was. He's doing an auction and a giveaway. So he's got an auction going, and the proceeds are all going to go to Tough Thumbs for him to try and repair his shop, maybe relocate if they have to. I set the GoFundMe for like $60,000. I don't know if it'll ever hit that, but it hit like $6,000 between last night and there's Scott. I'll let Scott tell you about his auction and stuff. Here, I'll bring him in. Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. I was just kind of letting everybody know what was going on with the giveaway and the auction.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you'd started already. Yeah, great.
Yeah, so if you want to let them know, I know I was looking at your post. You're giving away what was it you were giving away? Monterey Bay knives. What?
I'm doing two. So I think people that follow me on Instagram know that I'm a pretty big Herman Knives fan. And so I have a brand new Herman Sting, never been used. That is in an auction. So whoever bids the highest in the auction and then donates to the GoFundMe page would then get the knife for free, essentially. I mean, well, they'd have to make the donation. But yeah, they'd get a very nice Herman Knives knife. And then separately, there is a giveaway or a GA for a Monterey Bay Knives brand new VLD. I got this directly from Sanford at their Monterey shop or at their Carmel shop. And so this is not an auction. It's just you enter the GA, and then you have to donate $5 or more to the GoFundMe site. And if you want to contribute 50, you can contribute 50, whatever you want to do, but $5 or more.
There was a guy that gave $1,000 yesterday.
That's great. Well, anyway,
I was like, Jeff, who is this guy? Do you know that guy? And he goes, nope.
Perfect. So anyway, got two opportunities. You've got an auction knife. I think this has a retail value of around $700. And then you get a VLD. You can contribute any amount above $5. And this has a retail value, I think, of around $350.
And so, guys, so that you know, when you contribute, I set the GoFundMe up. So I will let Scott's going to have to validate with me if you guys actually donated. Don't think you're going to get over. Scott and I are going to stay in touch so that if he's given that knife away, that we make sure it goes to somebody that actually donated to the GoFundMe. That's
right. And so the auction and the GA are now live on my Instagram. So if you go to Sierra_bound, and you can see the two latest posts there, the one for the auction and one for the GA. Yeah.
I think the last time I checked, I think the GoFundMe was sitting right at about $6,500. So that's great. I mean, I'm just waiting on, I don't want to have anything to do with the financial part of it. I just basically set it up. I'm waiting on Jeff. He's going to text me a bank account number and a routing number so that basically it's set up and it automatically gets deposited. I think GoFundMe does it weekly once you get it set up. So he should be able to see all of that coming through pretty soon, because if you guys saw the pictures, this shop was a mess. So impromptu, since you're here, Scott, did you get anything new recently? I know you get a lot of stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was a busy weekend. I picked up, I put in a deposit for a Prince Customs Theon. I secured, and they're in production now, a couple new Herman knives, and then picked up from the show kind of a very limited edition Riot Jack with Mokutai. So yeah, it was a busy weekend.
Like the Jack. I like the Jack almost as much as I like my Horizon D.
Yeah, they're all good. Riot does an excellent job with all their knives.
Yeah. I think, didn't you just send one off to Somnium, Horizon D, just here the last couple weeks ago, or was that someone else?
Yeah. Somebody purchased it. Yeah, so it got out in the mail last week. Mhm.
Yeah, it's a friend of mine on Instagram.
Okay.
He sent me the thing. Cool thing. You guys want to hear a cool story? Scott was a couple days late on getting something delivered. He sent a note apologizing and put cash in the envelope for the guy that bought the knife. I was like, that's pretty classy. So
Well, we all try. We all try.
yeah. So if you want to take off, I just wanted to make sure that we got this in. I was just going to do a live feed and BS with the guys here for a little bit. I had some stuff that I promised I was going to do with them. So, but I definitely wanted to get the GoFundMe. There's a link to the GoFundMe in the description below, I believe.
Yeah.
There will be one. There will be one by the time this goes up completely.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, I'll hop off now. But anyway, everyone go to Sierra_bound. There are a couple fake sites that spoofed me after my last GA. So somebody put like an underscore at the end, and somebody put a period in the middle. And so just go to Sierra_bound. There are 2 posts there for the GA and the auction. I will not take any money. I will just confirm with Mike, when the winners are announced, that they made the appropriate donations, and then I will send the knife off for free.
Sweet. Oh, so you're just gonna have them, instead of sending you money for the auction knife, for you to that it's just gonna go straight to
GoFundMe.
Donate that amount straight to the GoFundMe.
Correct. So let's say that they bid $500 on the Herman knives. They would then have 2 hours to then contribute that $500 to the GoFundMe. As soon as I hear from you, Mike, that that's been done, they get their knife. And same thing with the GA.
Yeah, just make sure. Just let me know when it goes so that I can go in and check on it. And you're here in California, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we're in the same time zone. So, like, I just didn't want it to be like at a weird time, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I screwed it up, because it's a time difference.
Yeah, this Thursday at 4:00.
Okay, cool.
Okay, take care, everyone.
Take it easy, Scott. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, bye. So that was cool. Scott actually got a hold of me earlier today, and he goes, "Hey, are you Jeff's friend?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I've talked to Jeff a few times, but we're more like an acquaintance through another friend, because he's really good friends with Elliot and Jim. So I'm friends with them. So yeah, guys, I started that GoFundMe. It's doing pretty well. If you haven't already donated to it, I would appreciate it if you could. I had something I was going to do as a giveaway, but it, and kind of the same thing, like you had to donate like $10 to even get in the running. But when I pulled that item out, it's somehow has gotten something on it, and it is completely rusted. It's a D2 knife, and it's completely just destroyed. And I'm like, well, there goes that idea. So maybe I'll give it away to one of the paying members. So what do you guys got going on? What's everybody want to talk about? I'm not going to run this a real long time either. I am exhausted. Nico and Bridget were over. Nico and his wife came over. We spent the whole weekend hanging out. They came Saturday morning and hung out all day Saturday. They spent the night Saturday. They've stayed until about 6 or 7 Sunday night, and then I didn't get much sleep. What, D2 rusted? Are you serious? Yeah, it rusted. I'm trying to make sure that I have everything. I am going to have a beer with you guys. NYCEUC. I'm drinking cold coffee out of my first coffee cup I ever purchased on my own. Any opinions on Tecto knives? I have never seen a Tecto knife. I have Mark. Oh, so Mark says, what's going on? I missed it. So Scott, Sierra Bound, is doing a giveaway and a auction, and all of it goes to Jeff over at Tough Thumbs through the GoFundMe that I started. So basically, if you want to get in on a giveaway, you've got to give at least $5 to Jeff's GoFundMe. Let me look. I can see here real quick and see if I put a link to it in the description of this video. I'm pretty sure I did. Content, live. This one is live, and I'm looking at it. Yes, there is a GoFundMe directly below in the description of this. So, so basically, if you donate $5 to the GoFundMe, you basically get entered into the did it again. I bumped the side of that. So anyway, what I was saying is if you donate $5 to the GoFundMe, you automatically get entered into the giveaway. And if you go to Scott's place, Scott's Instagram, Sierra_bound, I think it was what he said. It basically, he's doing a auction and all of that money is going to go directly. So whoever he decides wins, dumps that money into the GoFundMe. I'm going to verify it, and he's going to send the knife off. So 2 knives that are going up for Jeff over at Tough Thumbs, so we can help try and either get him Jim K. I have this, but if you bump this just the right way, Aiden, it takes you back. I'm on a Mac, so it's not like I need a. I don't need it. I spent the entire day relaxing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have knives here that need sharpened. I have videos that need filmed. But the fact was, I took the whole weekend off. I hung out with Bridget and Nico when they came over. Nico and his wife came over, and we hung out on Saturday and Sunday. And then I got up this morning, and I was like, I feel like playing video games. And so I did the final edit on a video that goes up tomorrow. And I've got to film. I got like 4 videos, 3 more videos I have to film at least for the week. So should I send you a gaming mouse? Well, the wife and kid were here. My wife didn't work today because it was Labor Day. My kid went to the water park. My kid went to the water park with a friend of hers. She was at the water park all day today. It was the last day they were open. It was the last day of the season. So, and then I'm going to go to bed early tonight. Guys, I have had this coffee cup longer than any coffee cup I've ever had. I got this when I went to the U.S. Naval Gunnery School in Great Lakes, Illinois. 20. Jesus. God damn. 29 years ago, I guess. So I'll just finish my cold coffee. At least I was motivated enough to get beer in ice, because I am going to have a beer or 2 with you guys, as usual. Because earlier today I was drinking cold coffee and warm beer, which is not a happy combo. So yeah, the GoFundMe has been doing really well. Let's pull it up and I'll take a look. I wish more people would go. I wish more people would go to it. I mean, I know that times are tight, but like Jeff really is a good guy, and he really is not making any money. Let's see what I was going to do a GoFundMe for my daughter's skating season, but I figured this was it was a better clause. Let's see here. John, Aiden, Gavin Martin, Justin Hurst. Guys, that's cool. That's cool. It just popped up and showed me that you guys yeah, it's coming back. It's just slow. My beard doesn't grow very fast these days. Wish I had enough motivation to play video games again. I got the TV on the wall, and it just makes it simple. I can sit out here. I have the controller here. A lot of times I'm just watching the news and stuff, and I can just go back. I can just go back to the game, and I can go back to the news and all that stuff, on here. So what was that, Jeremy? I'm completely strapped. Disability doesn't pay again until the 20th. Oh, I know. Well, guys, I'm not getting paid. This is my job right now, and it only pays once a month. And so I'm in the same kind of boat. I can't give anything to it, but I definitely can set it up so that I can try and get, I don't know. I have been advised it would be a poor idea for me to, because I mentioned it in passing with my doctor, and he goes, "You do know you take ulcer medicine, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but I eat spicy stuff all the time." He's, "That's why you take ulcer medicine." And I'm like, I know. It's just one chip. He's telling me he thinks it's a poor idea, but I do all kinds of stuff. He tells me it's a bad idea. Anyway, what do I play? Right now, I'm playing Kingdoms of Amalur, the Re-Reckoning. It's a re-release of a game I played on PS3. Really loved it. It's one of those games you can spend literally hundreds of hours doing all kinds of side quests and things like that. I haven't even explored a quarter of the map. I'm just playing around and doing stuff. I like GTA San Andreas. I can't play some of those games anymore. I got GTA 5. I literally bought it when it was like $5. It was on a flash sale on PlayStation Store. I played it for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, I don't like this game. It must, the story. I'm like, that's great, but if the controls are shit, I'm not going to play it. If the controls are garbage, I'm just not going to play it. If you guys ever watch me on Twitch, the chakras, yeah, Doug, I agree. That's my main weapon of choice. That and a sword. So I just can't play. I can't play a game with like, but the graphics are so good. Great, but if I can't control the character. What's up, Todd? Oh, I wanted to let you guys know we currently have 39 paying members. We're almost at 40 paying members, and I am going to give that Cold Steel, give away that Cold Steel Paradox. So it's pretty much brand new. It's been sharpened a couple times. I was watching some videos about people that had gotten tattoos, and they got so infected that it killed them. And I was like, holy crap. I saw there's a re-release of Contra, and I'm curious about that. GTA's controls are garbage. Now, that's the thing about this game. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, Kingdoms of Amalur, it's such an old game," and this and that. I was like, the gameplay is still good. The combat is more arcade-esque than a lot of the other like games that you would play, like the open world role playing. And then the fact is, the controls are great. So yeah. Anybody see a like button around here? I don't know. You guys go find that. I'm trying to. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. This is a picture of Jeff's shop, and the water was basically from ceiling to floor in his shop. It was completely ruined, and everybody was like, "Well, his shop," and I was like, his house was flooded too. So that's why I did it. And, with him, he's like me. Like, if I don't make videos, I don't make money. And it's the same thing. Like, there is no there's no unemployment. There's no, you know, none of those things. He runs. That's basically that's his whole thing. He makes knives. He doesn't have any other way. So if his shop is down for the next 6 months, he won't make money for 6 months. So Mark just got the Contra. Do they have it for console, or is it only on computer? That's good, Jeremy. I'm glad. I still think you need to find an acupuncturist. That's a whole lot of water. It's the thumbnail for this video. I forgot. I remember when he used to do the pimping, when he used to pimp knives, and I would see the videos of him doing pimping and stuff. That's what I was saying. He's one of those OGs. It's not me. It's the guy that I started the GoFundMe for. If you find the Chris, if you find the GoFundMe down in the description, that's Jeff over at Tough Thumbs. That's his shop. It's completely flooded. So, but oh, you got it, but you ran out of storage. That's why I have a 2 terabyte external hard drive on my PS4, so I don't have to worry about it. I should look. I got to see what's free as well. Let's see here. Who else here? Anybody get anything new? I know that USN was just over the weekend. Anybody go and get anything new? And like I said, for those of you who aren't here, Scott over at Sierra Bound also announced that if you go to his Instagram, he's giving away a knife. He's doing a giveaway. And the only thing you have to do to get in on the giveaway is donate at least $5 to that GoFundMe. He's also doing an auction for a, what knife did he say that was? I don't remember. He's giving away, he's doing an auction for a knife. Really nice knife, and he's what's the difference or benefits before a KME and a WorkSharp? There aren't any. They're basically the same. You can use bigger stones on that KME if you get the precision guide and stuff like that. They're both the same. I mean, they're the same thing. They're a fixtured guided system, and I really don't like them because it's really easy to screw up your knife with them. So, I mean, learn how to freehand sharpen. It's going to save the tips on your knives, because I see so many people that they use that KME and stuff like that, and you go off the end of the knife, and like Jeremy, your hinderer, if I was going to sharpen it, I'm glad I don't have to sharpen it, because I would have to fix the tip. That tip is completely rounded over. I just personally think that freehand sharpening is better. I don't have anything new. I'm still carrying this because it's past that time of the day. So I'm not going to stay on here too long, guys. Really, I am tired. I mean, Aiden, it's the same thing. I mean, they're all the same system, just some differences. Like they use different stones, or they use a different mount, or they use a different, they're all the same, to tell you the truth. I mean, they're the same. They're pretty much the same system. Edge Pro doesn't have a clamp. So, but I mean, if you've got a KME or that WorkSharp or a TS Prof, it's basically the same system with different stones. But yeah, I can't do those fixture systems that you wind up screwing up the tip so badly on those knives so much. Yeah, it is. The tip on a hinderer is rounded off. I'm telling you, I can look at it and tell you, Jeremy, that if I was to put that on the edge on the stone, that that tip would be rounded off. I just had to fix one for Ken not long ago. I don't think it's going to show, but they get rounded off. It brings it down and then it squares off that tip. I had one. It might not look like it, but when you do a different edge on it, you would see how much more acute the tip is than what it is now. So got a new crick in my neck and my hip. Been walking around like Igor about all the new I got. I haven't got anything new, but I have been carrying that TRM Snuzz. Go look at the thumbnail for this video. His shop was full, like a garage like mine, from floor to ceiling, completely flooded. So a lot of rain. The whole first floor and basement of his house were flooded out. Like they couldn't stay in their house because it was completely flooded out. So hang on, let me go. I'll show you. Show you what I'm carrying today. I've been carrying today. This one. This is that TRM Shadow. I have been enjoying carrying this. This is a really nice knife. Would love to get Ember finish on my Arrakis. I don't trust my own abilities. The Arrakis, what blade steel was that? You were able to track down a Ferrum Forged deity. You know what I have here at the house that Nico dropped off? I have the first Ferrum Forge Gavco collab. I have a Furco here at the house. It doesn't matter. I can't afford to fucking buy it. What I'll do is I just will neglect to put it in the box when I send it to him and be like, oh man, I forgot to send you that TRM Atom. I'll have to put it in the next box. So, no, the Furco. Hang on. The Mako was not the first one. The Furco was the first one. Gavco and Ferrum Forge, Furco, not the Mako. Completely different knife. And this is number 11. So it's a collab, Gavco and Ferrum Forge. So this is a Ferrum Forge knife that they collaborated with Gavco with Mike Gavick. It's Furco, Mako, Spinner. I don't know. I think it's Ferrum Forge. It's like FER, and then it's like the first part of the name of their company, FER, and then the last part of Mike's company, like Furco, Gavco, Ferrum Forge, Gavco. But it's not first collaboration because they didn't know how many more there were going to be. They didn't know if they were going to do another one, so I don't think that was it. I believe that it was just Ferrum Forge and Gavco put together to make Furco. Yeah, but yours is a pun. Okay, I got you. What the fuck am I getting? Scott, send post. Please repost on your page. Sierra Bound's asking me to repost that on my page. I will do that later. Hopefully, I'll get the deity so you can take it. I've seen the deity. D10 is nice. The thing is, it's the lock bar on this. There's not a lot. There is one problem I have with this. The lock. It's really hard for me to get the lock undone. So I think it needs to be scalloped out a little bit on the inside of that. It's not an unattractive knife. I think he got this from Luke Albert. I have all three. Right now, I have all three of the collaborations here at the house. Matt has a deity. I've sharpened the deities before. They're a fun knife. I'm looking here. I'm trying to see if I can get. Yes, I have big booger hooks. Get your booger hook off the bang switch, dummy. Now I have to look on the PS Store. Fairforge Model 8 is essentially a Fortis. I think it's similar. I got to look at it. Forge Model 8. No, that's the AFY. It's way different. I've seen that knife. It's way different. The AFY is huge. It is chisel ground. The blade profile is a big difference. The hand, it's massive. It's a massive knife. It's huge. You know what AFY stands for, right? America. Fuck yeah. Because the movie had come out around that time. It's definitely different. They're similar in shape, but they are definitely different. Drastically different. I just couldn't see which one. I just couldn't tell which one you were talking about. I was like, Model 8. Oh. Yeah, even in my hands, it's big. I mean, it's a big, beefy knife. It's a big, chunky motherfucker. Because like that's my Norseman, and it's just a good size knife for me. Norseman, all gone. No more Norseman. What are we talking about? DLC crewware. How does that hold? How does that hold Jeremy? I don't know how it holds Jeremy. I may know somebody that's interested. Get a hold of me. Nico might be interested in the Maker's Choice Con. I'd like to say I am, but I don't like that's an attractive knife, but I do not like the scimitar style blades, the Persian style blades. I really don't like them all that much. And I never have. I've never liked this big sweeping blades like that. So a Hobbit might be interested. And if he's not, he might know somebody that is. But yeah, like I was saying, I like this knife a lot. I really have been enjoying having this knife at the house. You can even wave it with these thumb studs. I got to go find a couple other people's videos and see. I know that Nick did a video about these. Snuzz, go back and watch the Jim Skelton podcast. This is probably one of the most useful blade shapes that I've ever had, because it has both a thicker convex edge up here that still cuts really well, and a deep, like a recurve, not too deep of a recurve. And like this has come in so handy on so many things. Well, what's the best edge for M390? Best edge for M390, it just depends on what you're going to do with it. Oh, you were... Oh, I thought you were talking about this. What type of edge is best for M390? It just depends on what you're going to do with it. I've got a couple knives in M390 that I take all the way to 10,000 grit. It doesn't seem to affect their cutting capability, like Jim and I were saying in the thing. It depends on how you sharpen it, but on average for most knives, I would say about 1,000 grit is a good all-around edge for anything you're going to do. I think this is a 600 grit edge that I keep on this. So, I mean, because it depends on how you're sharpening it, what you sharpen it with, you know, what are you going to use it for? Most people, if they're going to use their knife for work and stuff, like with the stones that most people have, you want to stick to around 1,000 to 3,000 grit. Like I said, I sharpen and I do stuff a little bit differently, and I sharpen on water stones traditionally in a different fashion, and it gives you a different end result. So sometimes you can go higher. Yes, really. I'm tired, guys. This is going to be a shitty live feed. I'm sorry. So them Aladdin swords, Aiden says. Guys, you drive these. If it's not going to be a hard use blade, I would say then maybe 3,000 to 5,000 grit. Once you hit about 5,000 grit, unless you really are looking hard, you're not going to see much of a difference in the mirror polish after about 8,000 grit. Now, if you really look at it, like, does it just look a little cloudier? It's still really reflective, but going up between, that's why I don't use half micron diamond spray anymore. I was like, it's so expensive. And when I was using the 1 micron, I'm getting a clean mirror polish. And I was like, I don't see that much of a difference going to half micron. And so I was like, why am I spending this much money on an extra strop and extra bottle of compound when I don't really need it? So Two Sons has a more Americanized recurve Tonto. Well, you have a good evening, Duke. Yeah, I'm tired. So if this isn't the most energetic live feed, I apologize, but you know, so Aiden asks, any luck on the Shop NACO shirts? No. I don't control that. So I don't need it though. The 1 micron doesn't give you that little. I mean, there's not that much of a. You can't visually see the difference between half micron and 1 micron. You can't see it on a knife. So Todd says good night, Duke. So battling some very nasty allergies myself. Going to call it a night. All right, guys. It looks like everybody's wanting to bounce. We're not going to stick around. Go follow the GoFundMe. Go back if you didn't see it already. Go back and find the beginning. I did a GoFundMe for. I did a GoFundMe for Jeff. Go find Sierra Bound's thing that he's doing as the giveaway and stuff. It's going to be Thursday at 4 p.m. He's going to do it. And then you have 2 hours to drop the money if you're in on the auction for the giveaway. I don't know how he's going to do it. Just go follow his Instagram. It's Sierra_bound. Let me make sure that Instagram. Sierra_bound. That's all it is. So it just depends, Todd. I don't necessarily. Usually, by the time I'm at like 10,000 grit or 12,000 grit, there's not much else to do except just put it on the strop. If I'm just going to do that, I'm not going to strop it down to half micron or I'm sorry, to a micron. I'll just hit it on the leather with a little bit of chromium oxide on it, and then with chromium oxide just to make sure I knock the burr off, and then I'll just check the edge, make sure I don't have any pulls or tugs, just do a quick paper cut test, and that's about it. So Evil E. Sorry. So, I mean, like, here's the thing. Do you even have to strop your edge? You really don't have to. I do it, a lot of times I do it once just to make sure I've knocked the burr off. That's all I'm doing. And I'm not trying to strop it just to polish it. You can, if you have the right stropping compound, like the diamonds on the balsa wood like I have, or you can do that. But typically all you're doing is just refining that edge down. Typically, if it's my own knife, I don't personally care if the edge is that polished or if it's that refined. Throughout the course of stropping, you may get a little bit more of a polish. Like I said, this is a 600 grit edge, and you can see it's pretty polished. Well, that's because I don't immediately throw this on a stone every time I use it. If it feels like it's not cutting the way I want it to, I just strop it. And so when you do that, you get some polishing of that edge. But I polish edges for people if that's what they want. And usually if somebody's asking for like an 8 or a 10,000 grit edge, it's pretty much a mere polish when it comes off the stone already. So there's no real need to do all that stropping and run the risk of burnishing the edge and things like that. Yeah, but I mean, you can actually burnish that edge by doing that, Todd. Shop Cat's here. Hey, Shop Cat. Come here, bud. Hi, Knuckles. You're both here. Come here. Come here. Shop Cat stayed in the house all night last night. Come here. Hop up here, bud. Come here. What's the matter? You come up? Aiden, I don't know. I do have it. It's right here. Guys, keep an eye out. I'm going to do a GoFundMe as well. I have to do one for my daughter's skating stuff. I'm going to do one. I'm just not going to try and do it until we at least get a lot of the stuff done for, come here, for Jeff's. Yeah, Kitty just walked in. How do you do that? Like, are you actually watching and then just all of a sudden, Kitty? Or do you just hear it all the way up in Monterey? Hi, bud. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. No, come here. Are you not wanting to sit with me? Hmm. Why? Why? You smell funny. Like I always get his arm out, like he's just like laying on a couch or something, just laying there. You want to sit down here? Don't sit on the mouse. Cat and mouse. What is it? What a good boy. Yeah. Hey. Hi, buddy. He's a pretty good cat. He was he had a collar. He's had that pink collar or that purple collar, whatever. My wife put that on the first time he started walking in the garage. But so last night he was sitting out here, and the dog came up, and he let the dog get up and start. Well, one of them's right outside the garage door. He won't come in. Hey, what's up, Zach? So he was sitting on the footstool, and the dog was out here, and the dog was laying there, and he let the dog sniff him a couple times, didn't scratch him and stuff. So the dog got ready to walk away, and he reached out and he got the dog's collar and pulled the dog back and started licking the dog. Just looked terrified. He was licking the side of the dog's head. He reached out and got him back and caught the dog's collar and pulled back and was licking the dog's head and then let her go. So I think they made friends. They were on the couch together when I got up this morning. The wife had let the cat in the house last night. Oh, buddy, did you sleep in the house last night? Did you sleep in the house last night? So, yeah. There's the big animal. You're a good boy. I love this cat. This cat is just so mellow. Just so mellow. Just wants to sit with you. He sat, he says, I don't need groomed. He likes to groom. Like he likes to lick you and stuff. But he was laying on a footstool. Nico was sitting in a chair, and he was laying on a footstool right next to Nico and just like kind of like up against Nico's feet. Are you leaving? Are you leaving? What? Oh, what are you trying to come up on me? You coming up? Hey, no kneading. You're awful close to sensitive parts. I'm stuck, guys. I'm stuck now. I have a cat lap. Here, you got it. Buddy. Just lay like this. Roll over on your back and I'll rub your belly. So, yeah, guys, I'm probably going to end this. This is probably boring for everyone. I'm tired, and this is not a real energetic live feed. I'm glad I did not do a live podcast night. I have to tell you, though, before everybody goes, don't go anywhere yet. Friday, 5 p.m. We're going early again this Friday, but we're doing it with Mr. Nick Shabazz. Yeah. We're going to have Nick on Friday. That's the podcast for Friday. I don't think there's going to be a podcast on Wednesday. So Shopcat keeps the stream going. So I don't think I'm doing anything on Wednesday. The reason we were doing so many so fast was Apple Podcast recommended having several episodes ready. And I know that some of you guys have noticed that the last two podcasts are not on Apple Podcasts yet. There's a problem with the Wave file. So I have to go back and re-render the audio and save the audio again and then convert it again. So I tried to fix the one I had, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to erase it. So the one with Elliot and the one with Jim, neither one of those are on Apple Podcasts yet, but I'm going to try and get those up tomorrow. But I also have to film videos. I have to film videos every day. And I didn't film anything for the last 3 days, and that's why there's only one video available for the rest of the week, and I got to get more videos done because I have to at least have 3 more videos, and I'd like to have more in the stockpile. That way, if something happens and I'm sick, I can like take a couple days and still have some content. Buddy, your claws are sharp. So, okay, so here's the thing. If Nick decides to show his face, then Nick decides to show his face, but we're not going to hound Nick about showing his face, okay? That's not what we're going to do. I don't want that to be a thing. Hold still. Hold still. Your flea collars caught on stuff. There we go. So if he decides to show his face, but we're not gonna hound him about showing his face. That's his choice. So, yeah, unless anybody's got anything, I'm gonna get out of here. Well, we can stick around for we got like 10 minutes. let's just do it for an hour and then. But peer pressure. Yeah, and I don't want to do that. Nick's my friend, and I don't like people pressuring my friends through me. If you guys, do you guys remember Punctuation Peter? Do you guys remember? Hey, something to get your attention? Huh? Huh? What? Sorry, I like the cat. You guys remember Punctuation Peter? I blocked him on all platforms, even text and phone, because like every time he wanted to try and get something that somebody didn't want to give up, he's, well, you talk to him for me. You're the friend. I was like, quit trying to leverage my friendship with other people. My one buddy, he wanted my one buddy to sell him something. The guy's like, it's not for sale. He goes, you can talk him into it. It's not how that works. We don't leverage our friendships with other people to get things we want. That's not cool. It makes me look like a dick. That is cold. Jeremy remembers Punctuation Peter. So, dude, like I'm gonna tell you, you're already clean. You don't need to keep licking yourself that much. You're on my phone. What? Punctuation Peter, Punctuation Peter spent most of his time in timeout. I am going to, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I am going to repost. I'm not going to repost. I'm going to put into my story the giveaway and auction, the benefit giveaway and a benefit auction stuff for the stuff for Jeff over at Tough Thumbs. Yeah, he always wants attention. Like if you reach for something, he'll like pat at your hand if you're not actually like giving him attention. And if you're sitting there and you look down, he'll look up at you and go, "Wow," real quiet, like he almost doesn't have a voice. Huh. Ring that bell of yours. Punctuation Peter, he spent a lot of time in timeout. So Michael Morgan says it sounds like my wife. So this is the knife that they were talking about. I meant to pull this up. I was going to share a screen. Chrome tab. This is the knife that somebody said looked like the Fortis, and it kind of does, but it's way different. Mike, I meant to ask, that rinse solution that was used at the shop for the ceramic, was that for the ceramic coating, was that something they sell or what? Yeah, it's called distilled water. That's all we ever did. Like you coat the blade. So you rinse the blade off in distilled water, you put it down into the ceramic, and you electrically apply the ceramic, then you rinse it off in a sink, and then you put it back in distilled water to get any of the hard water off, let it dry, and put it in the oven, and you just bake it at like 350 degrees. The blade does look similar to the Fortis. Basically, if you see the Ferrum Forge Falcon, it's a shrunk down AFY. It basically is like a mini AFY. But it's definitely different than the Fortis. So, guys, don't forget, I have a lot of stuff scheduled for giveaways. A lot of stuff scheduled for giveaways for the paying members here in the next. What are you doing? always grooming. There's two, so one is still water, was like rinse. They had a rinse agent that they used at one point and they stopped using it. Basically, it was just, we wound up using 2 things of distilled water. The rinse agent really didn't do anything else. The rinse agent really didn't do anything. It was, oh, excuse me. My guts have been screwed up lately, guys. Where'd I go with that? There we go. There you go, in case anybody was asking what I was playing. That's what I've been playing. This is true, Michael Morgan. All thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. This is true. And the other thing to always remember is every poop is a pee, but not every pee is a poop. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to poop without peeing. Would you stop licking me? Please. I don't need a bath. I just took one. Hey, what's up, Brent? So yeah, we're gonna end here in a minute. I'm so tired. I just don't have any motivation to do this tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I feel bad that I even did a live feed. This is just one of those ones that everybody's gonna be like, yeah, that was a pretty shit live feed. So yeah. Go find the GoFundMe down below. I drank coffee. I was drinking coffee when we started. I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep good last night. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Stop sharing. We don't need that there. So I felt like I slept good last night, but when I was up for about an hour, I was like, man, I could just lay back down and go to sleep. And so I went back to bed and got back up at about 8 and came downstairs and cleaned up everything out here in the garage. Because like I said, me and Nico and Bridget, we were out here, and Nico and I drank some beer and we watched movies and stuff, had popcorn bags and stuff out here because we did movie night out here. We watched the Amityville Horror. It was the first time my daughter had ever seen it. Would you stop? And so, yeah, Grimsmo just finished a run of the Rasks. I'm trying to get one of the new ones. Yes, I will rub your belly. Yes, there you go. So yes, Grimsmo does make the Rask. And they just finished another new run of them. Michael Morgan says, shotgun a Red Bull. I'm not planning on, I think I'm just going to go to bed. It's 8:30 here. I mean, pew pew. It's like 8:30 here. I think I'm going to get a couple things. Set up so that I can do some sharpening tomorrow. And I may re-download the audio files from the last 2 podcasts so that I can put them up on Apple Podcasts tomorrow. And I'm going to get stuff set up so that I can film tomorrow. I want to try and film at least 2 videos, but I also have to take my daughter figure skating tomorrow. I have to take my daughter to the ice rink. So we'll see. I can't promise that there's always going to be 5 videos a week. I would definitely love there to be 5 videos every week. I'd like to start doing 2 videos a day if I could. I just can't generate that much content the way I do it. I would feel like it was rushed and shitty content. So Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't think she's seen Nightmare on Elm Street yet. I take probiotic. I don't like kefir. I don't like the yogurt drink stuff very much at all. Except there was a mango one that my wife brought home one time and I liked it, mango flavored. It was okay, but still it's just not something that was really like, it's exactly, I was like, it's not what I want. So I think what I'm gonna do is here, since it's been an hour, end here in a minute. Nathan says he's just getting off work. I have the old It miniseries. She's watched It parts 1 and 2, the new ones. since it came out. She read the book. What did we watch? We watched Fear Street. We watched The Exorcist. We've watched a bunch of movies. She likes scary movies. That's usually our Saturday thing, is we find a scary movie. We watched the entire Conjuring series. We watched The Nun. We're going to watch Annabelle. I think that's the next thing we're going to do, is watch the Annabelle series. So we're going to watch those. There's all kinds of scary stuff. I want to watch, what was it? The Taking of Laurie something. I can't remember what it was. I'm going to watch those. What is this? The Return of Count Yorga? I gotta look that one up. You're gonna make me look something up now. Return. Yorga? What is this? The Return of Count Yorga. He's back from beyond the grave. I don't think. Yeah, The Taking of Deborah Logan. That's what I want to watch. So I think she'll find that one scary. There's a couple of them that was just like I enjoyed the like I said, I enjoyed the Fear Street ones. Those ones that were done by the R.L. Stine, the Goosebumps one. I'm just gonna rub your belly. So yeah, I'm rubbing your belly. Yeah, you like that? So all right, guys, I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Peace. Thanks for hanging out. Like I said, go check out the GoFundMe. Go check out the stuff that Scott over at Sierra_bound did for the giveaway stuff, and just do whatever you can to help out Jeff. Like, he's a good dude. He's one of the OGs from the old YouTube channels, one of the original YouTube knife channels. So if you can help him out, go ahead. Zach, if you could share it, I would appreciate if you would share the GoFundMe, since you've got a fairly large platform as well. So I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you next time. Like I said, Wednesday is not going to be a podcast. Wednesday might be a live feed. If I feel like this, I'm just not going to do it. So you will know if you see something that's set up. I'll set it up like early, and if I just don't feel like doing it, I'll just cancel it. But at least it'll be scheduled so you guys will see it. But they're definitely going to do the Friday podcast with Nick Shabazz at 5 p.m. Pacific. So you guys take it easy. I'll see you next time.